Hi guys and welcome to the channel. So today I'm going to show you one of my favourites, and this is a lemon chicken one pot casserole, and it is to die for. You've got that beautiful chicken, you're going to put loads of herbs in it, we've got onion, we've got chorizo, we've got lemon. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Let's do it. Right, so I'm going to very quickly run you through the ingredients, but all of them are listed in the description below, so don't worry, I won't leave you high and dry or always tell you what you need. But we've got oregano, marjoram, basil, we've got some garlic puree, we've got some paprika, also we've got some baby new potatoes, some apple cider vinegar, we've got 3 lemons. If you want it more lemony, you can have it more lemony, totally up to you. And then we've got 1 white onion, about medium size, and I've done half a ring of chorizo, and then we've got 1 courgette which I've chopped up. And then at the moment we've got 1 litre of chicken stock. Now I've put 2 stock cubes in this because I want a lot of flavour in this. It's not going to be a long cook, but we just want to get as much flavour in there as we possibly can do. You don't have to do this in the smoker, but I just love the extra bit of smoke element that it just adds an extra little bit of flavour. But you can do it on the hob, you can do it in the oven, whatever's convenient for you. But this is just a really kind of like nice, simple, comforting food, and the gravy, the sauce that we're going to make is just beautiful. It just chuck the rest of the stuff out to see that it's that good. Right, so let's get cracking on this. So I'll move some of these bits out of the way because I've made it all look nice and pretty, but I can't actually do anything. It's always the way. So because I'm doing it in the smoker, I've got my cast iron Dutch oven. As long as you've got an oven proof dish, it doesn't really matter, it's absolutely fine. And all we're simply going to do is add all the ingredients to it. With the chorizo and the onion, all I've done is saute this off in a frying pan. The reason I've done that is firstly to start getting out all the oil to come out of the chorizo. So in chorizo, the flavour is beautiful, but it's in that oil, it's in the ingredients that make up it, and you basically, by frying it off, you just help get all that out. And then by putting the onion and the garlic in at the same time, all you're doing is really starting that cook off. You're getting all those onions sucking up all that chorizo juice and that loveliness. So when we're putting it in this pot, it just adds all that extra flavour. Everything starts melding. Oh, I'm trying to dribble just thinking about it. But anyway, you don't want to see that. Right, so all we're going to simply do is add our ingredients in. So it doesn't have to be in any particular order, but we'll just quickly bang it all in. So that's the chorizo. Next I'll put the courgettes, and that's just 1 courgette. If you like courgette more, you can add more, it's totally up to you. Then I'm going to add all the herbs and spices, so you can go to oregano, the marjoram, and this is about 2 tablespoons of each one. Like I said, the ingredients will be down below. Next is your basil, and then finally your paprika. So pour those in, beautiful. Next, going to put in the potatoes. So these are just new potatoes, and all I've done is just give them a bit of a wash so they're nice and clean, haven't got any dirt on at all. Now I like to leave them about this sort of size, but if you want, you can cut them up. The smaller you cut them, the quicker they will cook. But to me, that works quite well, and kind of like everything seems to cook at the same sort of time, which is pretty nice. So we're just going to stick those in. And next I'm going to get our chicken breasts. So if I can open up this packet, I don't know why I'm doing that speed. If I open up this packet, and I can never open these things. Never. Come on. Do it. Oh yeah, look at that. It never happens on camera. Right, so I'm going to be careful not to touch this. Perfect. I'm well happy with that. Never happens. Next, what I'm going to do, so this is Sure Shot Sids, and this is their lemon pepper. It's got a beautiful lemon, very citrusy elements to it. And this, rather than we're using salt and pepper, we're going to use this. And we're just going to give this a nice tick over that chicken. Just give it a nice sprinkling. Perfect. Remember, with seasoning, it's always easier to add. So when you first put the things in, let it cook for a bit, and you taste it and think actually it needs a little bit more, you can add it. But if you put shed loads in at the beginning and actually you put too much, well, you're knackered. So don't do it. So next we're going to add the apple cider vinegar. So sorry, I keep saying apple cider, white wine vinegar, sorry. So all we're going to add is about 2 tablespoons. so about that much. You don't want to add too much because it's quite strong, but it just helps cut through all the flavours. So we've got 3 lemons. Now to get the juice out of a lemon, you push it and you really squeeze it, and it starts breaking up all the cells within the lemon. And then you cut it from top to bottom, so I'd say call it top to bottom rather than side, and you cut it this way, cut it again. So what we're actually going to do is going to add the juice of these 3 lemons, and then we're also going to leave them in the pot. So the reason that we leave it in the actual pot is so that it continues to cook and you get that extra sweetness out of the lemon, because lemon when it's cooked has got a completely different flavour than raw onion. So raw onion is very kind of like sharp, or can be very sharp, whereas an actual cooked lemon is quite a mellow thing. And I'm just picking out the seeds just so that nobody eats them. I know my kids are probably choking it, but you don't have to. If you're a daredevil, just leave them in. If you're crazy. Right, so I quickly grabbed the glove and I'm just going to use that to kind of like filter out any of those pips that haven't been picked out, and just squeeze that in. And we're just going to not worry about it too much, but just squeeze all those lemons in and then leave them in the actual pot. Okay, so that's all the lemons in. Using the glove is such an intelligent move, because if you squeeze a lemon and you've got a cut, you know about it. So let's take that glove off, and then the last thing we're going to do is get our chicken stock and just pour this in. Okay, and let's give that all a good old mix. You can see all those herbs, everything mixing around. That's what we want. Make sure that the chicken and the potatoes are fully submerged, because they're the things that you definitely want to cook, and they're going to definitely take the longest. Obviously chicken, you want to make sure it is very, very well cooked. Okay, so I'm going to put that in the Traeger. We're rocking at 375 today, remembering we are cooking chicken, so we want to make sure it is perfectly cooked. But we're just going to put this in the Traeger, middle shelf, no lid on for the time being, because I want that smoke just to hit that top, and we're going to stir it throughout the process. So this is going to take probably a couple of hours to cook, hour and a half, couple of hours. We're going to keep checking it. Once that chicken is nice and cooked, we're then going to pull it, take it out, pull it, and then serve it like that in our final dish. So let's get this in the smoker. Right, so I've taken it out now. I've got heat gloves as well as my latex gloves on, and this has been in there for about 2 hours now. I wanted it to go until everything was completely melded, and now I probably stirred it every half an hour just to try and get that extra bit of smoke on top of that surface, keep refreshing it every time. But literally I cannot wait. So I've got a bowl here, and I'm just going to scoop out some of these gorgeous So look, you've got all that, I'm spilling everywhere, but you've got that beautiful chorizo. Those potatoes perfectly cooked. And look at that, that looks gorgeous. Then we're going to get a piece of chicken. And we're just going to shred this, just pull it apart, just lay it in there, and that just smells absolutely gorgeous. So you can enjoy this with a big old spoon and just ladle it up with all that delicious, all those potatoes, all those herbs, the garlic, the chorizo, or like me, you can get a bit of crusty French bread, dip it in there. It doesn't get much better than that, to be honest. Like I say, just get yourself a spoon, get yourself some bread, dive in, and just enjoy this fantastic recipe. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it the old thumbs up. If you loved it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please check me out on Instagram. There can be lots of competitions coming soon. But until the next video, I will see you then.